Hello Year 5 and welcome to Wednesday's tutorial for week 5 for all groups. Today we are going to be finding synonyms of words. So we've already looked this week about how language is so important for this unit of work, and how knowing our definitions is going to be key to unlocking a lot of what we're going to be doing. And today we're going to take a dive into language choices and finding synonyms, so words that mean similar to other words. So your task today is going to be to create something we've created before, a word web. So I'm going to model this with the poem that we looked at yesterday, Ada. So what are we going to do? We're going to go through and we're going to select words that we think would be a good fit to find synonyms of. It might be a word that you don't know, and you are therefore using this as an opportunity to improve your vocabulary. It might be a word that interests you the most. The choice is yours. And your first task, as you can see, is, now I've done this in 3 different colours, so you can see, you are more than welcome to do it in colours as well, is you are going to write down synonyms you think you know already. So no cheating, just swerve. If I'm thinking synonyms of swerve I know already, so I'm thinking the main image I have when I hear the word swerve is a car going down a road and something runs out in front of it and you have to turn quickly. So my first synonym for swerve is going to be turn. If something else swerves, it might might say the road swerves. It might be a curve. And that's probably all I think that I know off the top of my head. To swerve is to turn, or maybe in a sort of a curve-like manner, like the pen's doing there. So your next task, after you've done words you think you know, is to actually research some synonyms. So, as we have looked at in the past, if you go onto your web browser and just write into the search feature synonym swerve, then this will come up on your home Google search page. And you can see here that swerve is a verb, so a person or a thing might swerve, but it also might be a noun. And then you can use, in a different colour around the outside, you can do different words that you have learnt. Oh, the pen's not working so well. Let's come off of that. You can use words that you've learnt. So for swerve, we have got veer. And it's important that you know what these mean. You might have deviate, that's a good one. So if you're in a, you've got to make that quick movement in a car or on a bike, you have to deviate. I like the word skew. I don't really think shear fits, so I'm going to go with twist. I'm going to go with weave, and I'm going to go with zigzag. Again, as we've spoken about at length with some of you, it's about, just because you go on the thesaurus doesn't mean every word's going to fit. So we're talking about here that the body sort of swerves, and I might say the body deviates, it skews, it zigzags, it twists, it weaves, it veers, but I wouldn't necessarily say it shears or it sidetracks. So it's about making the good choices for the words and the correct choices. So once you've done that, you would then have grey words that you knew. You would then have some blue words. In my case, you might use different colours, or you might not use colours at all. You will then have synonyms that you found, and then finally, using the same technique, instead of searching synonyms of swerve, you could search antonyms of swerve, so the opposite. and then you would have a 3-colour word web. And there's an example of that on your task sheet today of the finished word swerve. And here it is. So I've got words I think I knew, synonyms I've found, and antonyms I've found. And I'd like you to notice as well that I have pushed myself. There are 15-20 words on here, not just 1 or 2. Okay, so make sure that you are using the things around you to help you do this, and do a good job, because here's one word, but then if I know and understand these 10 or 15 more, then that's really going to help me, not just in this task, but in life. So, yellow group, you are going to be exploring the poem Ivy today, and I'm going to read it to you now. I am ivy, a real high flyer. Via bark and stone I scale tree and spire. You call me ground cover and I say sky wire. So quite short, a really interesting picture of how the ivy climbs and how some people think it's just down low, but it wants to be thought of as really high up and tall and important and powerful. So your job is to find 3 of these words that you'd like to explore and find synonyms of those words. And remember, you can use a dictionary, you could use a thesaurus, or you can use the internet to help you. Don't forget to submit your word webs to your teachers, and I shall see you on the next tutorial.